Hi, I want to talk about the Wade Robson case and James Safechuck case against two Michael Jackson corporations. Those two corporations are established by Michael Jackson himself, and he was the only employee. They are stating that they are abused by Michael Jackson when they were kids. Well, they and when were children, they were defending Michael Jackson and stating that never ever anything had happened. They were stating that they stayed in Michael Jackson his sleeping room, but there were also nephews and other people. The parents were there, and they were just watching video games, and that was also what the parents were stating at the time, that they were having fun, they were playing. Michael Jackson never had a childhood. They were watching movies, eating lots of candy, and at the end, they played so hard. That was what Wade, his mother, was stating in the 90s, that they were playing so hard that they just fell asleep and having lots of fun. And when Michael Jackson was little, he was always working. He did not have a normal childhood, so he was a bit compensating. And and now suddenly Michael Jackson passed away. Um, Wade Robson did not get invited to the official ceremony when after Michael Jackson passed away. Um, Wade Robson got the chance maybe to be a part of the Cirque du Soleil Michael Jackson gig, but he also wanted to be a movie director. So at first hand, he said no to the job and he went after the movie deal. But he was not able to deliver, so he tried to crawl back to be a part in the Cirque du Soleil part again, but they did not have faith anymore that it would be a good idea to um, let him be a part in the Cirque du Soleil deal. Um, so I believe that he felt that Wade Robson felt that the Jackson family and the Jackson estate, they turned their backs towards him. So he was always, since he was a little kid, uh, um, he was a friend of Michael Jackson, and it opened doors, and he was able to work with Britney Spears and as a dance choreographer. Sorry, I'm. um, so Michael Jackson opened a lot of doors for him, and in the 2005 case, child abuse case against Michael Jackson, he was the main. Wade Robson was the main witness, stating that nothing ever happened. Um, and after he passed away, Wade Robson wrote something in the Michael Jackson opus, stating that he was such a wonderful guy and that he was his mentor, and he was nothing but good, and praising him. And I've seen interviews with friends of Wade Robson, and even his own friends, they don't believe Wade Robson, because Wade Robson was always speaking very highly about Michael Jackson, and again that he was his mentor and he was such a great guy and so friendly, and he helped him so much, and nothing but positive things. And then Michael Jackson passed away, and there was the official ceremony, and he did not get invited. And I believe that Wade Robson begged the family to be invited. Then after that, Wade Robson gave interviews that he would be a part of the Michael Jackson Cirque du Soleil gig, and because of his own doing, he did not get the gig. And then after a while, suddenly he got molested, and he wanted a book deal, and he was and I believe it's kind of vengeance, because he was protecting Michael Jackson, being the main witness in 2005, um, and after Michael Jackson died, he was not invited to the official ceremony, and he didn't get the Cirque du Soleil part by the Jackson estate. So now this is his vengeance to get back. He felt like the Jackson family turned his back against him, and the Jackson estate turned their backs against him. And who do they think they are? Because he was defending Michael Jackson, and he was his friend, and suddenly, I really believe that this is his vengeance to get back at them, suddenly stating that he was molested by Michael Jackson and seeking for money, $1.5 billion, multiple court cases, and they're all thrown out. And now in 2024, there will be another case. Their lawyers have found another way to get some money, and I really believe that it's vengeance money. But they're after two corporations that was established by Michael Jackson himself, and Michael Jackson was the only employee, and they're stating that the two corporations had an obligation to protect James Safechuck and Wade Robson when they were children against Michael Jackson. But Michael Jackson was the only employee. That would mean that Michael Jackson had to protect Wade Robson as James Safechuck from himself. That's a bit of a strange case. The other thing that is pretty strange is that Wade Robson and James Safechuck, in different time periods, they were staying at Neverland Ranch, but with their parents. Wade Robson was staying there with his mother and with his sister. So if the corporations had an obligation to protect Wade Robson and James Safechuck at Neverland Ranch, it will mean basically that those corporations have to install lots and lots of cameras in every room in Michael Jackson's sleeping room, hanging microphones, so that they could observe every moment that when Michael Jackson was at home, so they could check. Would be able to check what Michael Jackson was doing in his own house at his own Neverland Ranch, in his private place, in his spare time, in the period that he was not working. Maybe if there was a CEO or more employees, I think that they would have expected that an employee would come by the Neverland Ranch every half an hour to check what Michael Jackson was doing. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of strange, but at the other hand, Wade Robson was not alone with Michael Jackson, and even if he was, the only person, and I don't think that the corporations have any obligation in Michael Jackson, his personal space in his house, But there is a person, and there are persons who have the legal obligation to protect the children, and that are those are the parents. So the mother of James Safechuck, or the parents of James Safechuck, and the mother of Wade Robson, they had the legal obligation to protect their own children, and I don't hear anybody talking about that. And Wade Robson is stating in interviews, and his mother is stating in interviews that she was the victim and she was groomed and she was starstruck because it was Michael Jackson, the superstar, and she got like jewelry or a car or an apartment. I don't know exactly, but still, she's an adult. She had the legal obligation to protect the children, her own child. So the only thing that they are stating, that if she, as a parent, she was so starstruck, and she got jewelry and an apartment and a car, and that made it for her okay for her son for Michael Jackson to sleep with her son. I don't believe any of the abuse claims, but if that would be the case, then she's a very bad parent. She didn't do her job, and I believe that she's the only one. The parents are the only ones who can be held responsible, and she were also there when Wade Robson was sleeping at Neverland Ranch. The parents, his mother and his sister, were also staying at Neverland Ranch. And the mother is stating that Michael Jackson called in the middle of the night, asking if Wade Robson could come to his sleeping room or something like that. That is what they are claiming. And if she allowed that, then she's guilty of like some sex trafficking. If it would all be true, and I don't believe any of it, but why isn't, if it would be true, if Wade Robson is proceeding stating that he is abused, if he continues to claim that, then I believe that they should arrest his mother and for sex trafficking. If he is stating that he is sexually abused by Michael Jackson, the only person they should arrest is his mother, because she was there. She allowed it to happen. And she should not come with, oh, I was starstruck and I was groomed, and she's an adult and she has the obligation to protect her own son. And then, so if anything happened, then she was the only one present there at Neverland Ranch who was able to stop it and make sure that it never happened in the first place. So Wade Robson and James Safechuck, they are seeking money and then pointing fingers at corporations and Jackson corporations because they can't sue Michael Jackson himself because he's dead for more than a decade. So they come after corporations who they can sue and who have some money. And I believe, yeah, and their parents, they don't have money. So, but if they had money, maybe they were suing their own parents. Because I really believe that it's only about money. So I really believe that they should put it to arrest. And if they continue to state that they were abused, then the only persons who should be arrested, go to jail, are their parents.